This is a real tattoo! Alan, what did you do? Did you roofie me?
I didn't do anything.
No! Ah!
It's been a while since we had any crazy adventures with the Hangover crew, right? But the big question on everyone's minds is, will there ever be a Hangover 4? We've got you covered with all the latest scoop, from comments by the cast to recent news updates. And hey, stick around till the end of the video, because we've got some juicy rumors about a potential animated Hangover 4. Let's dive in and see what's brewing in the world of the Wolfpack. Back in 2009, the wild ride of The Hangover began with its first hilarious installment. It's all about the Wolfpack, a bunch of guys hitting middle age who stumble into crazy situations after one of them disappears in Las Vegas. Known for its no-holds-barred humor and the awesome chemistry between the main cast, The Hangover was such a hit that it spawned 2 more movies. What made each Hangover film stand out was how they put a fresh spin on the original idea from the first flick. And let's be real, the comedic talents of Ed Helms, Bradley Cooper, and Zach Galifianakis were a huge part of the charm. Plus, who can forget those iconic moments that still crack us up today? The Hangover has become a big part of 2000s pop culture, and that nostalgic vibe could totally fuel the excitement for a Hangover 4. The sequel even smashed records, becoming the highest-grossing comedy ever. And when you add up the earnings from The Hangover Part 3 and the rest, we're talking over a whopping $1.4 billion, according to The Numbers. With that kind of cash flow, it was pretty much a given that we'd see more Wolfpack shenanigans after the original film's massive success. But here's the thing. Despite their box office triumphs, the sequels took some heat. People were saying they were just recycling old plots and relying too much on racial stereotypes. But fear not, Hangover fans. Zach Galifianakis, the man behind Alan, has an idea that could breathe new life into the franchise. So could Hangover 4 be the revival we've been waiting for? Now, we've heard the critics' gripes about the sequels, but Galifianakis' idea brings a fresh twist to the table. It's been a quiet stretch for the Hangover crew since 2013, but this out-of-the-box thinking might just inject some new life into the franchise. In an interview with Extra TV, Galifianakis spilled the beans on what could bring him back to the Wolfpack. His idea? Imagine a Pixar-style Hangover, all family-friendly and animated. Now that's a wild idea worth toasting to. It's true that Zach Galifianakis might have tossed out the idea of an animated Hangover 4, partly because he was promoting an animated film like Ron's Gone Wrong, even though it's not from Pixar. But hey, let's not forget the comedic genius of the guy. He did mention that he's been dabbling in writing the Hangover 4 screenplay himself. Now, take that with a pinch of salt, considering his background in comedy. His comment about the other guys burning his script? Classic Galifianakis humor. But hey, who knows? Maybe he's been jotting down some hilarious ideas on the side, even though he wasn't involved in writing the previous Hangover flicks. After all, you never know what craziness might come out of that creative mind. Now let me tell you how an animated Hangover 4 could save the franchise. In simple words, an animated Hangover movie wouldn't have any limitations. Let me expand on that. The Hangover Part 2 took some heat for feeling like a carbon copy of the original, just set in Thailand instead of Vegas. Then Part 3 swung too far away from the core vibe of the series. So a fresh approach is definitely overdue. Enter an animated Hangover Part 4. With animation, the sky's the limit for locations and craziness. Part 3 mostly stuck to North America, but one of the series' charms was its exotic locales, and animation opens up a whole world of possibilities. Sure, an animated Hangover might seem like a total departure from what we know and love, but that's exactly why it could be a hit. Now, Zach Galifianakis did mention that he's aiming for a family-friendly vibe, which might sound tricky considering the whole hungover theme. But hey, mature animated comedies like Sausage Party have shown that R-rated animation can work like a charm. So whether it's a fourth Hangover or a reboot, going animated could give the franchise a fresh lease on life and another shot at box office glory. Now let's see who can return. Bradley Cooper, the man behind Phil Wenneck, seems pretty keen on the idea of a Hangover 4. He's all in, saying he'd jump at the chance to reunite with Todd Phillips, Zach Galifianakis, and Ed Helms. I mean, who wouldn't want to hang out with that crew again, right? And it's not just Cooper who's open to the idea. Galifianakis seems game too, which is a big piece of the puzzle. After all, a Hangover movie just wouldn't be the same without the whole gang. But wait, there's a little snag. Director Todd Phillips might not be on board. Still, with half the gang already showing interest, there's definitely some potential for Hangover 4 shenanigans. Let's keep our fingers crossed and see if the Wolfpack can reunite for one more wild ride. With that, let's discuss where the Hangover trilogy has taken us so far and what it could have in the fourth part. In The Hangover, Doug, along with his friends Phil, Stu, and Alan, heads to Las Vegas for his bachelor party. However, they wake up the next morning with no memory of the previous night, finding themselves in a chaotic situation. Doug is missing, Stu's tooth is gone, there's a tiger in the bathroom, and a baby in the closet. Through retracing their steps, they discover they were drugged. Stu got married to a woman named Jade, and they inadvertently stole a police cruiser. Their adventures involve encounters with gangsters, Mike Tyson, and a naked Chinese man named Leslie Chow. Ultimately, they find Doug on the hotel roof, where he was left as a prank. They return home, Doug gets married, and they reminisce over the wild night through incriminating photos. In The Hangover Part 2, Stu is gearing up for his wedding in Thailand, aiming to avoid the Las Vegas fiasco by hosting a tame bachelor party at IHOP. Despite his initial reluctance, Stu's friends Doug, Phil, and Alan, along with others, join him. However, they wake up in Bangkok with no memory of the night before, facing a series of chaotic events, including Stu sporting a Tyson-like face tattoo and the disappearance of Lauren's brother, Teddy. They embark on a frantic search, encountering Leslie Chow, gangsters, and a mishap involving Alan's drugging. Amidst the chaos, they locate Teddy and salvage the wedding, with Stu embracing his wild side and earning his father-in-law's approval. The adventure concludes with a group reflection on the night's escapades through Teddy's photos. In The Hangover Part 3, the Wolfpack reunites when Alan's antics lead to chaos once again. After a tragic event involving a giraffe and Alan's father, the group stages an intervention and agrees to take Alan to rehab. However, they are kidnapped by a crime lord named Marshall, who demands they find Chow, who stole half of a $42 million gold heist, in exchange for their friend Doug's safety. The group embarks on a mission to track down Chow, leading to a series of wild adventures, double crosses, and narrow escapes. Eventually, they confront Chow, retrieve the gold, and outsmart Marshall. Alan ends his friendship with Chow, leading to a bittersweet farewell. In a mid-credit scene, the Wolfpack faces another bizarre situation, highlighting their enduring chaotic adventures. So Hangover 3 kind of wrapped things up, you know? The Wolfpack seemed to have their lives sorted, but imagine if Hangover 4 happened. It'd be so funny if they found some crazy reason to reunite. People said the sequels got a bit similar, but I'd totally be up for one last adventure with the gang. Picture them back in Vegas, or trying to balance their wild antics with their cozy family setups. Sounds like a blast, right? Well, that's it. For now, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel to get updated regularly with the latest news and reviews on upcoming movies from us. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you at the next one.